excited looking, Mr. P.
Oh, I am excited. I always love to take trains.
Ladies and gentlemen, the train is arriving at the Luang Prabang station. Thank you for choosing China Laos Railway. We look forward to seeing you again on our next trip.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog. Today, we'll be walking you through our LAO-CHINA railway experience. As usual, I've included chapters in this video, so feel free to jump to the different chapters that may interest you. The Boten-Vientiane Railway was launched in early December 2021. This formed the Laos section of the entire LAO-CHINA or China-Lao Railway, also known as LCR. It is a 414 kilometers electrified high-speed railway that runs between the Laos capital Vientiane and the town of Boten on the Laos-China border. The line ends in Kunming, the capital of China's Yunnan province. The southern part of this line will connect the Thai province of Nong Khai to the capital of Bangkok. For context, we took the train multiple times throughout our trip in Laos, from Vientiane to Vang Vieng, and from Vang Vieng to Luang Prabang, and finally from Luang Prabang back to Vientiane. While this $6 billion project is backed by China as part of its Belt and Road Initiative and is a show of deepening ties between the two countries, it is also crucial to note that this new railway has the potential to transform Laos from a landlocked country that was the least industrialized in ASEAN into a land-linked hub that connects to a wider region. Through improved connectivity, the country can facilitate more trade between provinces, ASEAN neighbours as well as with China. Just how much impact does this line have? Travelling to the Chinese border from Laos now takes less than 4 hours compared to the 15 hours by car and costs only $33 for a second-class carriage seat. Now that you're acquainted with the LCR, let's get back to the video. Luang Prabang Railway Station. The three stations are differentiated by their Lao names and Chinese names printed on the exterior of the buildings. Done in large and red fonts, it's difficult to miss as you approach the stations.
Vang Vieng Railway Station.
One row. Architecturally, the three stations have similar internal layout and design. As you can tell from this picture, the slight difference across the stations are in its roofs, the curvature and the colour. Another noticeable difference is the scenery and landscape surrounding the stations. Vang Vieng has the most scenic mountain view, while Luang Prabang has a huge expanse of concrete space. The ticketing office is located on one side and the arrival exit gates on the other end. In the middle of the building is where the customs check-in entrance is. But there's the queue. There's a long queue to buy tickets in the sun, so that's why people are holding umbrellas. And then that's the queue to, I presume, enter. Wow, the midday sun is shining on the window panes, so it's a bit reflective. This is how it looks like. There are mini buses there. Basically, these are the mini buses that will bring you to wherever you want to go from the railway station and out. And this is the mountain views. It's pretty, isn't it? In case you're wondering, I'm wearing a windbreaker not because it's cold, but because I feel that, you know, if I wear a tank top and I show my shoulders, it's like a bit disrespectful or something. Most people here wear covered t-shirts and all for females. So yeah, okay, I'm going to buy tickets. There is Mr. P. We are going to buy tickets. The ticketing office opening hours are 7:30 to 10:30 in the morning, 11:40 to 12:40 in the afternoon, and 2 to 7:20 in the evening. Looks like this. All you have to do is to choose your preferred departure dates and time from the monitor, and the station staff will print the tickets out for you. In order to enter the stations, you'll have to clear the customs. You can expect long queues and crowd if your departure timing is the same as that of the tour groups. The queues, although long, move quite efficiently. There is a lot of tour groups apparently. We are in between tour groups. Squashed. Okay, we are going to clear the customs check-in. Get ready your tickets and your passport. Fun fact. Since its launch in December 2021, the LCR has transported over 1 million passengers and 500,000 tons of cargo. Once inside the station, you will be greeted with a large waiting area filled with rows and rows of chairs. On either end of the waiting area, there are toilets as well as a water dispenser station. This is the waiting area. Everyone's waiting because the gate is open in about 15 minutes time. That is the inside of the railway station. Do note that only Vientiane station has both hot and cold water dispensers. The other two stations only have hot water dispenser, so remember to bring along an insulated flask or a silicone bottle. The toilets are relatively clean and airy with tons of cubicles to minimize waiting time. Two options for ladies, the squat toilet or the usual non-squat cubicle. Squats and then there is the seated ones. Yep, quick toilet tour done. This railway station is really quite clean. Yeah, it's quite amazing. I mean the fact that there is drinking water machines and the toilet looks clean, like an airport actually. Everyone is starting to queue. All the announcements are made in
Laotian and a bit of English.
So I don't understand what they are saying. So we'll just follow. So we are queuing here in front of the check-in area with our tickets and our passport. We are going in. To get onto the platform, a station crew will scan the QR code on your hardcopy ticket. Once you're on the platform, look for signages which will tell you where your coach is. We had different experiences at the platform for all the 3 stations. At Vientiane, the train pulled in before the boarding gates were opened. This meant that by the time we were on the platform, everyone was rushing to their carriages and settling in. At Vang Vieng and Luang Prabang, the boarding gates opened before the train pulls in. Taking our next train to Luang Prabang. A cargo train just pulled in, so it's a bit noisy. Station crew would be at the platform to facilitate lines at the respective coaches. We will then wait for about 10 to 15 minutes before the train pulls in to the platform. It's so crowded. The same station crew will then inform you when it's okay to board the train. Once on board, passengers go to their allocated seats immediately, especially those with multiple luggages or baggage with them. This is because the above seat rack space is limited. Seats are configured in 3-2 arrangement and remind me of an airplane setup, stowaway tables and all. The main difference is that the seats face in both directions. Therefore, it's pretty much dependent on your luck as to whether you end up with a seat that goes towards or against the train's direction. To read the train ticket, 16D refers to your seat number and 3 refers to the coach or carriage number. The process of settling in was quite chaotic because we had various tour groups on board. It got quite rowdy as they shouted across the carriage while struggling to find available rack space for their bags. On the trip from Vientiane to Vang Vieng, Mr. P and I were issued tickets with seats in different carriages. We'll explain more of that towards the end of the video. They gave us different carriages, different seats, so we're not sitting together. But anyway, I'm on the aisle seat, and there is a and there is a uncle here who is my seat buddy, but I don't know where he's from. But yeah, everyone's boarding and putting up their luggages.
Please be seated according to the seat number on your ticket. Please put your belongings steadily on the specified racks where the luggage.
We should be leaving soon because the train doors closed. We are leaving the platform. This is the train crew room. The train has two types of toilets as well, the squat and non-squat versions. Let me bring you on a quick tour of the non-squat version. The door lock of this toilet got me struggling for some time because the text and pictorial instructions were contradicting, but in any case, I managed to lock the door successfully. There's a relatively large mirror, a clean toilet bowl and toilet paper. The sink is small but functional. There's also a dustbin to throw your trash, and this sums up a quick toilet tour. Okay, so I'm going to use the washroom now, and that's not going to go on YouTube, so catch you later. Next, we come to the food carriage. There's half a coach in the middle of the train selling basic sustenance for the passengers. There's not a lot of options, only bottled water and fried banana chips. Because of the limited menu, I would recommend that you buy and bring along food to eat on the train ride, which was what we did. Anyway, you can choose to lean against the red padded rails in the food coach and chit-chat with your friends while enjoying your snacks and an unobstructed view of the scenery outside. So we stopped for a while at this little platform. Weather today is really good. I'm gonna walk to find Mr. P in his carriage. But before that, let me show you some of the areas. So I'm right here in the corridor area. We're in carriage 7, seat 3.
Hello.
We're having banana cake from Crown Plaza. Before arriving at the next station, an announcement will be made over the PA system. At this point of time, a crew will be at the exit doors preparing for disembarking and boarding. Passengers on board will have to stand behind the crew until the train doors open. This is the
Right, we are in Vang Vieng.
railway station, yeah. And while we are lighted, more people are boarding. They are going to Luang Prabang, I guess. So now we are exiting the railway station.
I think you
We are outside. We just came out from here. We needed to scan our tickets before we could come out.
Hello everyone, this is Mr. P. So before our Laos trip, we noticed that there's limited information online regarding the purchase of train tickets. Do allow me to share our purchase experience and the things that you may wish to note.
Okay, so what are the ways to buy train tickets and how much do we pay?
There are two options. One is through online operators such as Discover Laos and baolui.com, and the second is of course just to buy at the local station counters. For us, we actually use Discover Laos for our train from Vientiane to Vang Vieng, as well as from Luang Prabang back to Vientiane. For Vientiane to Vang Vieng, we paid $10 USD for each ticket, $5 USD surcharge for each ticket, $3 USD delivery fee, as well as a 3% bank fee for a total of $33.99 USD. For Luang Prabang to Vientiane, we paid $18 USD for each ticket, $5 USD surcharge per ticket, and a 3.5% bank fee for a total of $47.61 USD. These tickets were delivered free of charge to our accommodation in Luang Prabang. Lastly, for Vang Vieng to Luang Prabang, we bought our tickets at the Vang Vieng railway station counter. The tickets cost around 120,000 kip per ticket, which is around $7 USD, and there were no service charge or any surcharge.
So what are the pros and cons of each of the options?
So there are definitely pros and cons for each option. For the online option, it's definitely convenient and hassle-free. The operator will send their staff to buy and queue for the tickets on your behalf, but you have to first pre-send your passport details to them. And we simply collected our tickets when we reached the accommodation in Vientiane and in Luang Prabang. Do note that if you opt not to pay for the delivery fee, you can actually self-collect it at the ASEAN Mall, which is around 30 minutes ride away from the city centre. Now, on the con side, the prices that you mentioned is almost easily double that of the ticket's base fare. We were actually seated separately from Vientiane to Vang Vieng at two different ends of the train carriage. When we queried Discover Laos about this, they didn't provide a full explanation on it. Most likely that they simply just mixed up our orders. It may be a one-time experience, but we felt DL could actually do better in this aspect. So for buying tickets at the local station counter, the tickets were only for the base fare and there were no further surcharges, and the processes were very simple. To note that once you arrive, you have to go immediately to the ticket office so that you do not have to queue for very long. In the event of large tour groups or weekends during popular timings, there may be longer queues, and definitely there's no certainty of seats. So on hindsight, we have gotten the Luang Prabang back to Vientiane tickets at the railway station counter and maybe save some money. But in totality, we appreciated the convenience and the certainty of seats, which allowed us to, more importantly, spend more time exploring Laos.
So how did we travel to and from the railway stations?
First thing to note is that all these railway stations are mostly situated outside the town centre. It could be easily a 15-minute or 30-minute ride away. So for Vientiane, we used the local version of Uber, which is called LAO-CHINA, and took a 40-minute car ride, which cost us about $11 USD for 2 packs in total. For both Vang Vieng and Luang Prabang, we took their local minibus and Songtel, which brought us directly into the city centre. It cost us about $180 USD in Vang Vieng and $2 in Luang Prabang. In both towns, it was also the same price for you to get from the city centre back to the railway station, and it could be easily arranged through your accommodation. That's it, and we hope this information will be useful for you.
If you have further questions, do leave them in the comment section down below and we'll be happy to answer them.
Honestly, we both have been really overwhelmed with the positive response to this vlog series of ours, and it really showcased the friendliness of Laotians and the internet in general.
If you want to see more of our travel vlogs, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.
See you in our next video.
Bye!
Cheers!
You say that